Have you ever opened up an Excel spreadsheet and seen a little colored triangle in the corner of the cell and you hovered your mouse over it and a message popped up and you thought, okay, is that a comment or a note or what's the difference here? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about it. Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by ExcelLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, we're going to clear up the confusion. We're going to talk about what comments are, what notes are, how they're different, when you should use each one, and a couple of little tricks that make them much more useful when you're working with spreadsheets. All right, so if you've ever looked at a cell in Excel and seen the little colored marker in the corner, right? And then you thought, okay, what's that thing? And why does Microsoft have two different ones here? All right, you're not alone. This confuses a lot of people, especially because Excel changed the terminology a few years ago and made it more confusing than it probably needs to be. So let's clear it up. Originally, Excel had what were called comments. These were little old school style pop-up text boxes that you attach to a cell. You could type in some extra information, hover over the cell, see the message pop up, and they're basically just sticky notes attached to a spreadsheet cell. Very simple, very useful, great for reminders, little explanations, and don't forget why I did this kind of notes. I covered these in my Excel Beginner 5 class. Then, as they always do, Microsoft decided to modernize things, and what used to be called comments got renamed to notes. And at the same time, they introduced a brand new feature called comments. So now the old comments are notes, and the new comments are comments, because apparently naming things clearly would have been too easy. So here's the practical difference. A note is the old-style yellow pop-up box. It's just text attached to a cell. No conversation, no replies, no threaded discussion. It's basically there for reference information. Think of it like leaving yourself or someone else a sticky note on the spreadsheet. Maybe it came from a phone call. Maybe it's a formula that was adjusted for a special use case. Maybe you want to remind yourself that this serial number came from some handwritten form that looked like it was filled out during the Reagan administration. Whatever, that's what notes are good for. Now, a comment, on the other hand, is designed for collaboration. You can add a comment, someone else can reply, and now you've got a little discussion attached to that cell. I don't have any other friends, so I don't have anybody else in the comment thread with me. It's just me. But if you got friends, you can even use at mentions to tag somebody in your organization, which it will then notify them. And that's useful if you're sharing a workbook with coworkers and want to say, hey, is this invoice duplicated? Can you verify this number? And that discussion stays right in the cell there with the data. Now, for @replies to work, your file has to be saved in OneDrive or SharePoint, and you have to be signed into your MS365 account. And for the desktop app, you also have to be signed into Outlook on your PC. So yeah, lots of requirements to use those @replies. And like I said, I don't ever collaborate with anybody, so I have just a sad face on mine. But the short version is this. Notes are for reference, for leaving yourself notes, and comments are for conversation threads now. Visually, Excel gives you little cues. The notes show up with the red marker in the corner of the cell, that little guy right there. And the comments, the newer shine, usually show up with the little purple marker right there. There's the comments one. So if you're looking for a worksheet and wondering which is which, that's usually the giveaway. Now, if you want to add a note, you just right-click and then go to New Note, which is way down here. New note, it pops up. It'll put your name up top there. You can erase that if you don't want that there. Delete. And then you can just type in what you want. Blah, 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 blah. Right? You can use bold, Control B, that kind of stuff. I'll just paste in some text. There we go. And there's your note. You can hover over it to see it. Right? See that? Okay. That's your notes. If you want to add a comment, you click here. You right-click. You come down to New Comment. And you type in, best first officer. You can hit enter and type in more stuff, loves the trombone. And then Control Enter to post it. And now you've committed that comment. If you're sharing this, you can go back and forth. You could put more comments in here, blah, 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 right? Control Enter. And now you got replies on your comment. And one of the nice things about comments, even if you're not collaborating with other people, is you can mark these resolved, like resolve the thread. And I'll show you in a minute how these are useful because you can keep a list of which ones are resolved and which ones are not resolved. So if you're kind of keeping if you're using them as like a little to-do list for yourself, you can say, okay, which ones haven't I gotten to yet? I'll show you that in just a minute. Now, one thing is you can't have both a note and a comment in a cell. You got to pick one. So if you're on one that's already got a note in it, if you right click, you'll notice you can't add a comment to a cell that's already got a note in it. Right? You can edit the note, delete the note, show hide the note, and same thing over here for comments. You right click, you can reply to the comment or delete the comment, but there's nothing in here about notes. So it's one or the other. Second thing is that notes and comments don't usually behave exactly the same when it comes to printing. In most cases, they're not meant to be part of the worksheet data itself. They're like annotations. And that's important because some people think they can store critical data in the notes and then they forget that it's not really part of the visible sheet structure. So you can do that, but be careful. Now you can manage these things a little better from the review tab. You can add a new comment here. You can go to the previous comment. This lets you step through them all so you can see what's in here, right? Or next comment. There's show comments, which opens up this pane over here. And you can see how these are all kind of like open comments. And that's why I said earlier, you can mark these resolved. Watch, if I come in here and go mark resolved or resolve thread, it shows resolved. So it's still in here, but it's kind of like it's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, so that's one thing you could do. And you can of course undo that. Oop, there it goes. All right. There's also options in here to, add a new note, go to the previous note, go to the next note. You can, whoops, okay, that's the end of it. You can also show all of the notes, and it puts them all on the sheet like that. All right, and you can move them around so you can kind of see them all together if you want. I used to have these with all kinds. I used to have sheets with all kinds of notes all over the place. That's before I finally got organized and built myself a Microsoft Access database to keep track of all my tasks and stuff. All right, let's turn those back off, though. Click on it again. There we go. Another thing to note, see what I did there? Note, get it? Is that your notes can be converted over to comments. Okay, but be careful if you do that because certain note-specific behavior may not carry over exactly the way you expect. So if you got an older workbook full of carefully maintained notes, don't start converting everything over until you've tested it first. And that's one of those back up, click later situations. All right, so you can come right here and go to notes and then convert to comments. I'm not going to do it, but you can do it here. Okay, so be careful with that. Test it first, back up twice. So when should you use each one? Well, notes are good when you want a simple, non-intrusive reference attached to a cell. All right, great for reminders, explanations, assumptions, little audit trail details, anything that's mostly there for context. Use comments when you're collaborating with other people and you want actual conversation tied to a cell. It's great for reviews, questions, clarifications, shared workbook discussion, or like I said, if you want to use it for yourself to keep track of what you've finished and not for the resolution things. Personally, if I'm just leaving myself information, I usually lean toward notes because they are what I'm used to for the past 20-some, 30 years, whatever, how long it's been. And I don't collaborate with other people, like I said. So I know a lot of you do, but I don't. So I stick with notes myself. Now, one important thing to note is, again, I did it again. Another thing is that this information is not exactly easy to get out of here. In fact, that's what brought this video up today, was that one of my students said that he's got a spreadsheet with 10,000 rows of notes fields that he wants to be able to get out of a sheet and import into his Access database. So that's what we're going to cover in today's extended cut video for the members. As a reminder, Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos. There's lots of them. So click that blue join button today to find out more information. So to wrap it up, the easiest way to remember it is old comments are now called notes. New comments are threaded discussions. Notes are for reference. Comments are for collaboration. Or if you want to be able to track what stuff you've finished, like with the resolve key. And yes, Microsoft could have picked less confusing names, but here we are. So that's going to do it for your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. And members, I'll see you in the extended cut. I'm excited to announce that I'm creating a brand new series of lessons focused on programming in Microsoft Excel VBA. If you've been looking to take your Excel skills to the next level and learn how to automate tasks, write custom macros, and unleash the full power of Excel VBA, these lessons are for you. Sign up now on my website at the link shown. You'll find a copy in the description down below the video window, and I'll send you more information on this exciting new series. If you'd like to see me make more Excel tech help videos, post a comment down below and say, I want more Excel. The vast majority of my videos are for Microsoft Access, the database program, because that's been my forte for the past 3 decades or so. However, I love Excel, and I'm more than happy to make more videos for Excel and Word and PowerPoint and all the other topics that I teach. As you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, so make your voice heard and let me know you want more Excel videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you have down below. I do my best to read them all as soon as I can. And also, be sure to share this video with that person in the office that always asks you Excel questions. Or, that family member, mom, when she calls you and says, hey, I can't do this. Well, send her a copy of one of my videos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Just click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when I post new videos. If you'd like to become a member of my channel, click the join button down below and you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos and one free beginner lesson every month. Gold members get access to download all the sample spreadsheets that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use, and a free expert level Excel course once a month after finishing the beginner lessons. And platinum members get access to all of the previous perks, plus all of my full beginner courses and one new developer course every month after finishing the expert levels. If you're watching this video on YouTube and you're looking for the links, click where it says show more down below the video window. YouTube actually does a pretty good job of hiding this thing. You'll see a list of other related videos, other information on the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when I post new videos, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Excel Level 1 course, check it out now. It's absolutely free. It's over 90 minutes long, and it covers all the basics of Microsoft Excel. And like I said before, even if you don't need it, I'm sure you know someone that does. That person that always is asking you Excel questions, well, send them this link. And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level. And if you like those, come to my website, and I've got tons more lessons for all levels. I cover everything from the basics all the way up to advanced functions and more. And while you're on my website, stop by the Excel forum. Post any questions you have and join in the conversation. As always, thanks for learning with ExcelLearningZone.com. I'm Richard Rost. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.